Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to analyze Hedera and its token HBAR. None of the content is financial advice. Let's get started. The chart that you are seeing on the screen is the crypto price forecast using machine learning model. The non-Euphoria bull run peak estimated for HBAR is covered in this yellow line. The Euphoria ceiling is established in this orange line. Right now, the price of HBAR comes at around 24 cents. From the rally below the 20-week simple moving average, that 0.23 fib level at around 16 cents. The rally did take all the way to 0.5 fib level at around 30 cents, where it met with some resistance, and now the price action is looking for a support at around 0.382 fib level at around 24 cents, just under 24 cents at 23.98 cents. So let's see if this level holds as support, and if there are any further rallies. The first level to watch is if the price breaks out at around 30 cents, above 30 cents. The second target is at the 618 level at around 36 cents. We did make a HBAR related video 11 days ago. Back then the price was just about to break out. Now just to provide an update on this one, the 20-week simple moving average, the major areas of support, and the 21-week exponential moving average are at around 18 cents and 19.5 cents respectively. Overall, in terms of the popular narratives in the market, again, still HBAR is one of the most popular narrative over the last 7 days, has been this popular narrative over the last 3 to 4 months as well. If you are following this narrative word cloud, looking at the term frequencies of social media related discussion related to crypto on X and YouTube, this word cloud is available on cryptoweeklies.com. Link on the bottom of your screen is available for free. You don't have to pay or sign up for anything. Available under the home page, and if you go to the home page of the website, again, it's available under the narrative cloud. It takes a couple of seconds to load, but when it loads, again, it looks at last 7 days worth of popular narratives in the asset class, and provides attention, a summarized view of attention related to crypto, which narratives. So for example, 3 days ago Ethereum was a bigger narrative. Now it's back to Bitcoin. Overall sentiment is bullish. The size of the bearish narratives is very less compared to the bullish narratives. Hedera is one of the popular narratives right now. Has been the case over the last 6 to 7 months as well, intermittently. Going back to the machine learning based price forecast for Hedera and token HBAR, it's available. All the content related to Hedera available on this row. The non-Euphoria bull run peak in the next 6 months estimated between 31 cents and about 90 cents. So that's about close to close to that 1.618 over here available on the Fibonacci levels drawn from the 2021 high to the 2022 lows that HBAR has had. There was a higher low back in October 2024 for HBAR. So if there is a new all-time high for this cycle, again, this asset has been around since 2019. It did make a new high in 2021. In 2025, potentially, if there is a new high, that 90 cents level is confluent with not just the Fibonacci levels but the machine learning model, and these two models don't talk to each other. This is using seasonal ARIMA, LSTM and XGBoost machine learning technique created in-house. The bear case is if there is continued downturn in the next 6 months, the support is between 10 cents and about 23 cents. The non-Euphoria bull run peak is at around 90 cents. If there is a euphoria in the market, let's say, again, this orange line represents 6 months of euphoria. If we only get about 2 to 3 months, like we ended up getting from November till about early November to, let's say, mid January or something, 1.5 months. In that case, again, instead of looking all the 6 months, estimating that there would be a euphoria for all the 6 months, we can take an average of 90 cents and $3.20, roughly speaking, $4.10 divided by 2 to take it around $2. That's the Euphoria bull run peak for HBAR, assuming that there is only a 3 months euphoria and not a 6 months euphoria. Again, in the last last bull market, there was the first iteration of the euphoria phase was between January 2021 till April, so about 3 months. And then there was a slightly higher high, but again not a euphoria phase for HBAR as an asset. So again, estimating that and projecting that into 2025 rally, we have a euphoria ceiling per my estimate is at around $2 level. Not financial advice, of course. That's just analysis of the machine learning based models. The regression based, polynomial regression based fair value for HBAR comes at around 41 cents. So per this model, again, the price is kind of undervalued. If you apply a one standard deviation residual to the downside on the polynomial regression model, you get a green line over here. And whenever the prices were below the green line, historically speaking, they were an asymmetric buy opportunity. This polynomial regression function is not a linear one. It takes into the consideration of the bearish phases of the market cycle with the reduction in the fair value at those point, and followed by an upswing when the price action kind of improves. And there is a slight delay in that estimation. So for example, if there are a series of higher highs, then the regression function reacts to it, and the fair value kind of is a dynamic adjustment. Again, we do not retroactively fit it. It's a live model, but still interacts with the latest price action to dynamically change the shape, the current shape, not the historical shape of the regression function. The one standard deviation support to the downside is coming in at around 23.2 cents, kind of confluent with that 0.382 level over here. The opposite of this one standard deviation residual to the downside is the one standard deviation residual to the upside, and together the yellow and the green band price action stays about 68% of the time, or one standard deviation amount of the time within these bands. The one standard deviation ceiling comes at around 70 cents. This is in July of 2025, but if you were to extrapolate that in, let's say, late December, this one standard deviation ceiling could well be close to about 90 cents. Right now, if you zoom it in over here, you would find that the current one standard deviation ceiling is slightly higher at around 73 cents. So again, if you were to extrapolate that in 6 months, that could be a close to that 90 cents target. The two standard deviation ceiling, which is the residual drawn on the fair value, slightly more optimistic residual drawn on the fair value as part of the estimation. Again, that the price action did try to come up to that level back in April as well as in December 2024. There were brief instances where the price action went above the the orange ceiling in December. So like it did back in March of 2021, again, prices do not stay above this orange line for any meaningful amount of time. But if they were to go back to that $1.30 level, that would establish essentially a euphoria peak for HBAR per this orange model. Again, if you extrapolate that 6 months out into the future, that could be close to that $2 target. If you want that extrapolated scenario, this is a DCA model which projects this similar regression function over here that we just saw at a weekly level. This is at the daily level. Whenever the prices are in below the regression based fair value, they are in an accumulation zone, again established by the color codes purple and blue. Essentially, whenever the prices are in this purple code, purple color code, they offer a great entry point. Again, not financial advice right now. Per this model, the risk is only 0.05. That means only a 5% risk of accumulation. If it were to go to that intermediate zone of between 40% and 60%, or 0.4 to 0.6 risk, the price forecasted is between 56 cents and about 80 cents for HBAR. So that's another way to forecast, that is using the regression based estimation. The peak regression valuation right now at around $1.03. It's slightly more conservative than the other one, but if you were to project that 6 months into the future, again, this is very aggressive bend to about $5. But if you want to be slightly more conservative, you could take the future regression function and run with it at around $2.80 somewhere early January 2026. If you were to focus only on December 2025, that level is coming in at around $2. That's the polynomial regression based extrapolation, not the peak regression based extrapolation for HBAR. So that's where we are in terms of the estimated bull run peak per the regression model is coming in at around $1.24 for HBAR. At the end, we'll have an average of all the scenarios that we discussed. The simple moving average, the 20-week simple moving average based risk color codes are at around 30%, the third best time to DCA per the model. This model did identify the April 2025 bottom when the price was at around 15, between 14 to 15 cents. And right now, again, if the prices were to go back to that level like they did back in early January 2025, between that 0.6 to 0.8 risk, the price forecasted is between 38 cents. Again, this is slightly more conservative, and shorter term between 38 cents and 44 cents. And again, I would imagine between 38 cents and 44 cents, that's where the 0.618 and the 0.786 fib levels are, between that 36 and 45 cents level. That would be some area of moderate short to medium term resistance levels, and those levels captured by not just the fib levels but the 20-week simple moving average model as well. The time weighted average price model helped identify a clear accumulation zone below the blue line, which was the time weighted average price essentially since March 2022 till about November 2024, with a brief presence above this blue line in the bear market and the recovery year of 2023 and 2024. Those days are behind us, unfortunately, again, but this model kind of might come in handy as we approach end of 2025, basically in the later half of 2026, if the asset class, the crypto asset class, were to have a downturn in the later half of 2026. The prices, if they were in that future below the blue line, and based on where the blue line takes us in the next 6 to 8 months, accumulating below the blue line in, let's say, mid to late 2026 would be a good analysis to observe. Again, not financial advice. Historically speaking, in the bear market years, when the prices are below the time weighted average price, which is represented by this blue line, they have been in a decent accumulation area. Right now, the time weighted average price based risk is at about 50%, as the prices are above the time weighted average price. Again, coming back to the overall estimated bull run peak for HBAR, with that three models that we saw, the regression risk, the time weighted, and the simple moving average risk based model, not the machine learning price forecast, the weighted risk is at about 1/4. The estimated bull run peak is at around 88 cents, kind of confluent with the 1.618 over here at around 90 cents. The non-euphoria bull run peak also at 90 cents per the machine learning based price forecast, and the estimated bull run peak using the three risk based models as an aggregate at around 87 cents, representing about a 3.6x from the current price of about 24 cents. And with that, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.